Hi, Neil here with Covers Camo, your source for custom seat covers. Today we're doing the install on the 2022 Ram 2500. We'll show you all the steps on how to install the seat covers on this front row. Let's do this. We're getting the covers on this 2022 Ram 2500. And the front seats are the bucket seats with the hard console between them. And this hard console is actually kind of a double handle console with lower kind of storage underneath it and this kind of middle storage section. So it'll be a lid cover. And that's the first piece that we're gonna do. I already installed the passenger seat over here with the brown ostrich diamond stitch and black ostrich trim. Looked really nice. And now I'll show you a few steps on how to do this piece and then how to do the driver section. Now, the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is orient yourself on this console lid cover. This Velcro strap will help keep it on, but then these elastics around the sides will help keep it on as well. And it's gonna be a little thicker towards the front side right here. And that's the front. And it's gonna taper out and get a little thinner towards the back. So that's the back side right there. And that's because the shape of this console is thicker towards the front, this section right here. Okay, so you'll undo this strap, orient it, and then start fitting it on. You just kind of fit it over in place and then do up that strap, that Velcro strap. So I have this on now, and as you can see, here's the strap underneath. Now, I noticed it was kind of an awkward cover to get on, and what helped me was I actually did this strap lightly at first, just to kind of hold that middle section. I didn't do it super tight, but I just kind of did it so it would hold that middle section down, and then it allowed me to push these corners over and pull them over there, and then also work these back corners down and around, and they should come around like this on both sides right there. And that's how you'll do this hard console lid cover right there. And then I tightened this strap up after I had got those four corners down. Next step is to do this driver bottom right here, and we want to do the bottom first because the backrest is going to connect to it with this modified install right here. There's going to be a flap that comes down around on the backrest, and it's going to stick to that Velcro right there. So we'll want to get that all fastened up first. So we'll get this going, and really the first step is just going to orient it in place and then take this section and push it through the crevice in the seat right there. And what you're going to want to do is open up the back side of your seat. This flap opens up with two hooks. You just reach underneath and these little hooks just pop right off. Just push, give them a little pressure, and they pop off. And so you want to lift that up so that way you can get access to the backside right there. Now that I have the bottom seat in place and I've pushed this part through the crevice right there, you'll want to take this side right here with this Velcro, and that's just going to go on the outside of the seat belt, go flat and stick to some carpet on the outside right there. And this string is going to go on the outside of the seat behind, and it's going to end up tying up to this string right here. And this string, what happens is you're tucking this into this area right here, okay? And there's a little bit of space right there, and then the string drops through right like that. And then you can tuck that material back in once you got the string through it. And then you'll take this around the back side and tie those two strings together. And then the front side of your seat on the outside right here, you will tuck that in, and you can use your plastic trim tool that comes with the seat covers and kind of push that in or tuck that in right there and finish that out nice and trim right there. So now when you go around to the back side and start fastening things up. Now we're on the back side, and there are really four things to fasten up. The first three are the straps, and the first strap in the middle here is a strap that will go underneath to a solid bar and then back to this buckle right here. So that's what I'll do. And now when you do all of these buckles, this is an important step, is that you need to go through the middle slot right there, and then you're gonna go through this farthest outside slot. That's the only way these buckles will actually fasten up. It's kind of tricky because I'm holding the camera with my other hand here. I'll see if I can get this through. So just like this right here. Okay, so it should look like that. All of the buckles and straps, when you're done with them, they should look like that, coming through that middle slot, then going through this outside slot right there. This slot right here is just to hold on the buckle to the other side right there. Okay, so they're all going to go like that. So this strap is going to go underneath to a solid bar back to itself. These two outside straps will go underneath the seat all the way front to those buckles up there on the front side. And then the string right here, you're going to tie a loop in one side like this, and then you're going to take the other string over here and you're going to go through that loop right like that, and then tighten it up across right there. And so then that'll fasten the front kind of corners down right there. Now when I pull on this string, I always pull straight back parallel to the seat, and then when it goes perpendicular, you just tie it up right there. But if you need to get some slack out, I always like pulling straight back and then tightening it up right there. Okay, so that's how you're gonna do those, and we'll start doing that. So I've pushed those straps up to the front now, and here's these buckles that will fasten up. Now one quick tip is, as you're doing that, make sure that you raise the seat all the way up when it's electric like this, to give yourself a little bit more clearance to get your hands underneath. So just raising that seat up tends to be real helpful. Also, as you're taking those straps, you want to try to stay above any cords and cables, so then you're not compressing cords and cables or motors as you're doing this. So try to stay as close to the underside of the seat as possible. Now I've taken this strap and put it through the buckle right there, again through the middle slot first and then the outside slot, and now I can start to fasten that down. And as you're doing that, as you're tightening that down with one hand, I always like to take the other hand and push down on the seat, kind of compress that into the seat, and it'll just snug a little bit tighter the seat if you do that. So now it's time to do the backrest cover. So I have the cover here, and I need to get the headrest off first. And so what you're going to need to do is push these two buttons down. You got to press them both at the same time, and then that'll release the headrest, and we can start pulling the backrest cover over. So once you've pulled the cover over and down a little bit, you're going to do these headrest posts next, and it's going to first look like this, and you need to finish it out like this. So what you're going to do is just start stretching it around and use your plastic trim tool to kind of curve, or flex that around, and then tuck it underneath. And it's just going to stretch over and underneath like this, and finishes out really nice like that. So the next thing I've done is taken this front side right here and pushed through the felt through the crevice right there. Now that felt is going to stick down to the back side, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so we've taken this front side felt, pulled that through right there, and now that is going to stick down onto the Velcro right there underneath. And you're just going to pull it and stick it down, and then once that is stuck down, then you can take this, come over and then put those hooks back up and pull this nice and tight and smooth. So I've hooked up those underside hooks, and I even took that felt and kind of turned the edges in a little bit, so when this went over, it really just covered everything. And so that back side's all done now. I just need to attach these Velcro tabs on the side for the airbag side piece, and then we move on to the headrest cover. So the side Velcro is real simple. You just line those up and just get those attached right there. Now we're doing the driver headrest cover. Now the front side is going to be this one with this hard hook Velcro right here. That's the front. The soft Velcro is towards the back. And the biggest trick with these is taking the headrest off and really compressing them down with one hand as you slide the cover on top. So I have this cover partially on right now, and again, as you can see, I'm taking one hand compressing as I pull down with the other, and it's kind of tight in this spot right here. That's why you want to do that, is compress the headrest down as you pull the cover over, and then I'll straighten it all out once I get it on. Okay, so once you get it pulled over, it should look like this. Here, I've got that attached on the bottom there. Okay, looking good. So now we can stick that headrest in. Driver seat is all done. Thanks so much for watching this video. Again, this has been Neil here with Covers Camo, your source for custom seat covers. You can see more at coversandcamo.com. We offer seat covers for trucks, Jeeps, SUVs, cars, and UTVs. So if you have a vehicle you're thinking about getting seat covers on, you got to go check out coversandcamo.com. Thanks.